I'm signed in at Microsoft365.com, and this is the all-new Copilot experience. It is streamlined, it's simplified, we've reduced some of the distractions, and if you don't see this quite yet, it's rolling out in Frontier Public, and it's also rolling out broadly right about now. So this area has been simplified. The buttons are a little smaller. If I go through files, emails, people, and meetings, these are all some nice prompt starters. You'll also see on the left pane, the waffle is back. So if I want to find my apps, I just click on the little waffle, and I can launch my different apps. I can find more apps. I can pin and unpin things. So I can change my waffle and update it. If I go into more apps, for example, maybe I want to pin Clipchamp. I'll hit the three-dot menu and choose pin. Now when I go back to the waffle, Clipchamp is right there. Go back to chat. I can also collapse this if I want to have a little more space, really simplified. We'll open it up again. And you're going to see search, the library, and this is for Copilot pages and images. This is pretty much the same. Tasks, and this is a new way you can set up automating chats. I'm not going to go through the details of every feature. I'm just going to give an overview in this video. I dive deeper in other videos. The new Copilot Notebooks, this is the simplified notebooks. This was announced recently and it's in the process of rolling out. You can see here, these are called chat forward notebooks. I've created a Copilot notebook here. I've got chats and creations and references. And again, I'm not going to go through all the details of these here. I have other videos that do that. Agents is now a nice little fly-out menu. So I've got the planner agent, the Excel agent, the Word agent, PowerPoint, surveys. Maybe I want to pin an agent like the planner agent or pin PowerPoint right here. It pins it right here, and I can pin chats, agents, and other types of things really easily. If you have the premium subscription, you will see researcher and analyst. If you don't have the premium subscription, you can still have agents right here that you have pinned. So I can go here, and maybe there are agents in my company that I have. If I want to create a new agent, I can launch it right here. And this is the agent building experience that everyone has. And you can have web data, or if you have the premium subscription, you could add internal data as well. And then all your chats are right down here. So if I hit new chat and I create a chat, we're going to do something based on people. What's the latest from? And I'm going to go check on Billy Vester, and I will click send. So this is the same Copilot chat experience. It's just in a new UI. Okay, here's the structured view and activity from Billy Vester, emails, go-to-market strategy, and other things that it has found. So chat works the same way. And I can go here and I can do things like rename chat. I can move chats to notebooks or delete them. And I'll click new chat. The other thing you see is if you're a premium subscriber, you're going to see this co-work pivot. So now Copilot Co-work is built right into this main experience. It used to be an agent. Now it's built in. So co-work lets me do lots of different agentic activities that looks across my organization. I won't do the deep dive right here, but things like scheduled prompts and different tasks that you've created and customizations and skills, all those things are accessible from co-work. And that's in Frontier Access right now, right, the end of June. And it's going to be coming out broadly soon. And this is a usage-based plan. It is not part of Copilot Premium. You have to pay usage on top of that. We'll go back to chat. The other important thing that has swapped, the ability to switch models used to be in the upper right. That is now in the upper left. So auto mode decides how long to think. You can use quick response. If you want to think deeper and get better answers, better citations, you can set your default there. And then you can also choose what models you want. Maybe I want Opus, and we've got some of the latest Opus models from Claude. I can also go to GPT and choose different options like 5.5, 5.2, think deeper, quick response, etc. So maybe I want to have this at GPT 5.5 thinking. Now I can leave that. The other important UI update is that Work IQ is now here. There used to be a web and work pivot right at the top, and some people are a little confused by that. Work IQ means look across all of my M365 data. And Work IQ is a Copilot premium subscription. So by default, Work IQ is on. So when I use chat here and I say, go look across all my stuff, that uses Work IQ to fan out across your company, look at all the documents, information, SharePoint libraries, PowerPoint decks, team messages, emails, and all that stuff. Maybe you don't want to look across all of your internal stuff. Now you can click to disable Work IQ. So now there's a little strike through. This is the equivalent of just searching across the web, just like a normal Copilot chat. So if I ask about Microsoft Education here, and I'll hit send, it's going to go look across the web, but it will not look across internal documentation that we have inside of our company. So you can see all the sources here are external Windows report, technology record. It's not looking across my internal roadmaps and PowerPoint decks and things like that. So I'll do this and turn Work IQ back on because Work IQ is amazing. In the upper right, you're going to see the little shield. That is still here. This means enterprise data protection. We don't train our models against your data. So everything you put into Copilot chat here, it doesn't go into the internal sort of giant Microsoft model training or OpenAI training or Claude training. enterprise data protection. If you want to have a temporary chat, click here. This says it won't create saved memories and it follows your organization's retention policy. It's kind of like an in private mode in the browser. It's a temporary chat. None of that data goes into memory, and you can turn that on and off just like that. The last few things I'll show in the three-dot menu is kind of like the settings. You can look at recent pages, scheduled prompts. Maybe you've scheduled some prompts out there. I don't have any right here, but if I did, that's where they show up. A really important one is chat settings, and this is where you can manage all your memories. So we've got general. Maybe I want to have light mode or dark mode or system settings, but this personalization one is really important. This is where you can add custom instructions about your preferences. So, give honest feedback, focus on internal sources, highlight decisions on meeting notes, all these custom instructions. I'll go back. This also pulls my work profile. So by default, if I click work data, this is my job title, this is my office location, this is all demo data, so it's not actually me. Here's my manager and my skip manager. So this pulls my Microsoft profile information automatically into Copilot, so it's informed about what I do and where I work. Saved memories allow Copilot to remember details and provide better responses. So I can say manage this, and these are the different memories. It hasn't captured any yet, but if I did add memories, it would be in here. And then also on the frontier, this is not broadly rolled out yet, chat history. So this would let Copilot use your past chats to personalize responses. Notifications are in here, so you can control notifications. Agent information, so a lot of good settings information is right in here. The last one is sources. So here are all the different sources that you can connect. Some of these your company will allow or disallow, so it will just depend on how your company sets this up. In the lower left, you can see where your account is. So I'm signed in with this demo account. I could sign in with a different account. And the three-dot menu down here allows you to download the mobile app or the desktop app for Windows. And it also has settings. A lot of those same settings are right here. So personalization, notifications. It's basically the same settings as I showed in the upper right. The last, final thing I'll show is kind of a fun one. If you want to have a voice conversation with Copilot right here, start a new voice chat. If I click here, hey, Copilot, how's it going? Hey, William, I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. How about you? Everything smooth in the IT world today? I'll close that. And it captures what you're doing right there. That's the voice chat. If you want to do a straight transcription and dictation, this is the microphone. So I click here. Now I'm demoing how the dictation works in Copilot. And there we go. That's a roundup of the new user interface updates for M365 Copilot. Most of these have rolled out, but if you're not seeing all of them, don't worry, they're coming soon. If you want to keep up with all the latest Microsoft updates and tips and tricks, subscribe to my channel and then just ring the bell so you get all the latest videos that I post.